How can a spray bottle help your toddler learn hundreds of new vocabulary words? No, you're not going to just spray them and they'll start saying all these words. Here's how you can teach them through the lens of the way a speech language pathologist like me would teach your child. So it feels like 100 degrees out this summer and your toddler just wants to go outside and play so bad. So here's a fun activity that you can do that's really simple. Just use a spray bottle, fill it with water. You could even fill it with water and put like an ice cube in it to make it extra cool because your toddler is standing out the window and pointing and saying outside, outside, out, out, out. So if you're spraying the grass outside, you can spray and say grass, 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 grass every time that you spray. So that repetition is helping the word grass sink into their mind. They're looking at the grass, they're seeing the water get onto the grass, and every time that you say that word, the word grass is just getting deeper and deeper into their brain. Ultimately, the words that we speak out loud are the same words that our children's brains are soaking in, and they'll be using those words to think and later to speak with you back and forth and have conversations. So the more of a vast variety of vocabulary our children learn at a young age, the deeper they can think and the deeper conversations they can have with you in the future. Hey, I'm Adrienne from learnwithadrienne.com, and you want to help your child communicate clearly, listen well, and gain life skills for their future. As a pediatric speech language pathologist with my master's degree in communication disorders, and as a mama, I believe that your thoughts matter and your child's thoughts matter. Solid communication bridges the gap between those thoughts and leads us to deeper connection with our children. I share strategies to help children communicate that are rooted in research by demonstrating activities that work in our real day-to-day lives with our real kids on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon at home. This activity is inspired by this free blueprint that I have on my website that you can download. It's a blueprint for boosting language skills, and I use this to think of one object like a spray bottle, and so I would put spray bottle in the middle, and you can print this out and write on it. But what I do is I surround it with words, I look at it with fresh eyes, I use simple phrases, and then I ponder out loud. So this is a way that you can take one thing, one word like a spray bottle, and bump out the vocabulary and boost it to hundreds of words versus just spray bottle, that's 2 words. I'll also be using speech therapy strategies from the How Kids Learn to Talk strategy icon page that I created, which pairs an icon with each speech therapy strategy that I commonly use with my speech therapy clients who are toddlers. Both of those are free downloads on my website. I'll put the link in the description for you so you can download those today. Naturally, when you spray something with a spray bottle, it gets wet, and your child is focusing on the object that's getting wet. So the strategy of repetition is great for a spray bottle, and that's the very first strategy on the icon page. It's the strategy I use the most often because repetition is how we all learn language. So if you're spraying the grass outside, you can spray and say grass, 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 grass every time that you spray. So that repetition is helping the word grass sink into their mind. They're looking at the grass, they're seeing the water get onto the grass, and every time that you say that word, the word grass is just getting deeper and deeper into their brain. So whatever you're spraying or whatever your child is spraying, simply just say that word out loud. So if it's the brick on your house, you can say brick, 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 brick as you're spraying. If it's a swing set, you can say swing, 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 or ladder, 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 or slide, 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 slide. Or if your backyard is really plain like mine and there's just grass, there's not a play set or anything, then you can spray yourself and cool off, and you can say hand or finger, 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 or thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. You could also add in some verbs like spray or paint with a brush. If something is really wet and it's dripping, you could say drip, drip, that's dripping. You could introduce adjectives like wet, dry, light, and dark, because when you spray concrete, the spots where it's dry are lighter than the spots where it's wet and darker. Another fun thing you could do is if you have some sidewalk chalk, you could draw with that and then spray the different colors, and that would be an opportunity for some following directions. Create a couple different shapes like heart, star, and a square. You could say, hey, could you go spray the heart? Could you go spray the star? Go spray the square. So they're listening to spray and square, and they're following that simple direction. It's also fun to draw with sidewalk chalk after the ground is already a little bit damp or wet, because it makes the chalk smoother. So you could talk about textures then, and you could talk about chalky or dry chalk, and then smooth wet chalk. You could also work on some directions, like can you spray up or spray down, spray left, spray right, spray behind you, and some location words like can you spray under that rock? Can you spray under the leaf? And then you could talk about body parts too. Can you spray my wrist? So you can talk about more uncommon body parts: wrist, ankle, kneecap. If you don't have a spray bottle, you could always just have a paintbrush and a bowl of water, and that would work too. When I was little, my parents would bring out a bowl of water and a paintbrush, and my brother and I would paint our deck with water, and then it would dry, and then we'd keep painting it. And I just remember enjoying that activity. You could kind of like feel like you were painting with paints, but it made the deck darker, and it was just fun to draw little shapes and smiley faces and hearts. I just remember enjoying that. If you haven't already downloaded this free resource guide bundle on my website, you'll receive How Kids Learn to Talk Speech Therapy Strategy Icons, the 12 to 36 month number of words children should say, the blueprint for boosting language skills, communication milestone checklist from birth to 5 years old, and steps to take if your child is behind on milestones. These are all free on my website, my gift to you. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can go straight to it and download it. And if you're ever looking for more guidance to help your child learn to talk, you're always invited to check out my online class where I teach the exact steps that I use in my speech therapy sessions to get children from saying very few words to talking in sentences and having conversations with you. That's all on my website at learnwithadrienne.com. And as always, you know your child best, so if you do have concerns that your child is falling behind on language milestones based on the norms that I share in my free printable download, and if you're looking for more guidance to help your child learn to talk, you're always invited to check out my online class where I teach the exact steps that I use in my speech therapy sessions to get children from saying very few words or no words at all to talking in sentences and having conversations with you. And if you're brand new to my YouTube channel, I share lots of videos like this and others where I teach exactly how I read books to toddlers or young children to teach them new vocabulary, as well as speech therapy strategies that I use with my own son to help him learn new words and learn how to communicate back and forth, how to increase eye contact, attention span, cognition, so many things. Look around on my YouTube channel and you should find something that will help you connect with your child on a deeper level. So those are just a couple ideas to get you started. Let me know in the comments, do you plan on trying this out with your child? What else can you think of that they would enjoy doing? And if you try this out, let me know. I would love to hear how it went. And this video is part of a long playlist of other videos like it where I take one item and I really show you how to expand the language and introduce a vast variety of vocabulary to your child. I'll put the link for the playlist in the description of this video so you can watch them all in a row if you'd like. What we learn changes what we do, and you just learned something new. Thanks for subscribing to this channel and for liking this video, and don't forget to download your free download at the link in my description, and I'll see you in the next video.